I digress. That was a very useful thing you did there, boss monster. I wonder actually. I've been that almond milk is tasting. There's a slight hint of sweetness. I need to check because I know I checked one of the brands of almond milk, and it had no sugar, or specifically 0 grams of sugar, which I presume means less than 1, which, okay, you know. Did not check the other one, so if it has sugar, I would be a little disappointed. Ever since I looked at the Mountain Dew can and decided to make my own homemade soda, yeah, I've been super conscious about sugar intake. I still don't understand the sugar intake thing. Like, I've consumed a lot of sugar over my life. How I'm not diabetic and or dead, again, is genuinely amazing to me. Nothing happened! I don't have magic. The Strix would be very sad. Oh god. I gotta see. I have not seen the latest Penny Arcade D&D game. Or Acquisitions Incorporated. They brought Commander Holly. They brought Strix back for a few times, which is cool.
I apologize.
It's nice. I mean, I don't know. I think I've said my piece on the whole cancel culture thing. So, it's nice to see at least somebody, you know. It's nice to see somebody bounce back from that. I don't know the whole deal. But it's nice. I mean, I'd like to think. Well, I'd like to think that people can be allowed to make mistakes, even some pretty bad mistakes, but be allowed to learn from them and, you know, come back. Facing any consequences of their actions, of course. You know, but like, you know, there's a point where berating somebody for bad behavior just, you know, flat out becomes harassment. And it's a whole deal. It's a whole deal. And like, oh, okay. There's a lot of times, there's a lot of things where you could, you know, say, you know, at some point, you know, you either, you know, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain that type of argument. There's a lot of things where people, you know, where you could legitimately say that, and that probably does happen for some people, to some people, but it doesn't really happen that often, and it's not a thing that you should really bring to the forefront. But I think, if anything, in cancel culture, I think cancel culture is probably the one major exception I could think of. At least from everything I've seen. Maybe it's gonna be a downer episode. I don't know. How much is his commission?
Are you happy now?
20% commission for the taxes. That's. I think that's actually not that bad, relatively speaking. You know, for one Birdman to go around and collect all of the taxes, in one day, probably in one afternoon. Excuse me. Oh God. That's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. What is... Alright. The YouTube music that's going on now is apparently a Duel of the Fates or Duel of the Fates remix, it sounds like. Oh yeah, definitely a remix. Oh God, I cannot wait for this freaking share though. So like the thing is, I really would have been like, no, I genuinely do not care. This is a function over form so much. Like, I don't know if I can emphasize enough the importance of being able to sit when you when you work at a computer. The emphasis on that cannot be made clear enough, I think. Or at least, well, I always have a sneaking suspicion that I can never get my point across to anybody, in fact, actually. But that share is going to be very good. The amount of time I'm going to look at it, though. The top coat is necessary to make it, like, feel smooth, though, not rough. And not, like, just grit my ass flat or something.